Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. So today in this video we will learn how we can build Lightning Web Components without using or installing the VS Code or any other IDE. So as a solution for this we are going to use a Chrome extension, that is Lightning Studio. So first I will show you the Lightning Studio Chrome extension that I have added in my system, through which we can easily create a Lightning Web Component without the need of installing any IDE like Visual Studio Code. So after logging into my Salesforce developer account, when I click on this extension icon, you will see this Lightning Studio Google Chrome extension. It is there, and with the help of this, like when I click on it, it will show me all the Lightning Web Components that are there in my Salesforce org. And to create a new Lightning Web Component, you have to simply click on these three dots and then select New Component. So with this, we can create Lightning Web Component without the need of any external IDE. So in Salesforce, using the developer console, we can create Lightning Aura components, Visualforce pages, and the Apex triggers. But the developer console of Salesforce do not support the structure that we use in the LWC, because LWC component development is based on the JavaScript, while on the other hand, for the Visualforce pages, Apex triggers, we use the Apex language. So let me show you. Like here, I have opened my developer console. And in the developer console, I will go to the files and here click new. So here you won't see the option of Lightning Web Component. All you can see here is Apex class, Apex trigger, Visualforce pages, Visualforce component, static resource, Lightning component. So don't misunderstood this Lightning component with the Lightning Web Components. So these Lightning components are built using the Aura framework that is supported by Apex. So that's why as an alternative method, we will use the Chrome extension of Lightning Studio so that we can easily create a Lightning Web Component without the need of developer console or any other IDE like Vscode. So now first I will remove the extension from my system so that I can tell you from the scratch how you can add this Chrome extension in your system. So first I will remove it from here. So here from the search bar we will navigate to the Google Web Store, and here we will search the Chrome extension Lightning Studio. So for that, go to the extensions tab and here search Lightning Studio. So here you can see the Google Chrome extension Lightning Studio. So here you have to click on it, and now in this step click on the button add to Chrome, and now you will see this warning message. So here again click on the button add extension. So as of now we have added the Google Chrome extension, and when you click on this extension icon you won't be able to access the Lightning Studio from here. So as you can see, the Lightning Studio extension is not clickable as of now. So I will go to the Salesforce developer console, and from here I will again click on the extension icon, and here you will see we can access this Lightning Studio. So as I click on it, it will open in the new window. So here in the Lightning Studio you can see a navigation bar on the left hand side, and here you can see the folder Lightning Web Component. So it will display all the Lightning Web Components that are there in my Salesforce org. So from here I can also edit the Lightning Web Components that I've already created. And to create a new Lightning Web Component, we have to click on these three dots and select New Component. So here you will see this window where you have to enter the component name and then you have to select the target, like where you want to deploy this Lightning Web Component. So for the test purpose, I'm going to name it as Lightning Studio LWC, and make sure that you enter the component name in the camel case. So this is how you name the LWC component. And to make the LWC component visible to the Lightning pages, we have to select the status as is exposed. So we will select the checkbox is exposed, and optionally you can write the description and select the current version. So as of now my current version is 62.0, so I will select this one. And now in the target configuration we have to select the Lightning pages where the Lightning component can be deployed. So for example, if I select Lightning app page home page in the record phase, that means I can deploy this Lightning Web Component on any of the Lightning app page home page in the record page. So after this we have to click on the deploy button. So here you can see when we create a new Lightning Web Component, we will get three files, that is JS file, HTML file, and the meta.xml file. So in JS file we will control the logic of the Lightning Web Component, and in HTML file we describe the UI of the Lightning Web Component, like what user will see on the screen after deploying the Lightning Web Component. And in the meta.xml file we define the access of the Lightning Web Component. So in the very first step we have already selected that is exposed as true, and these are the targets that we have selected in the target configuration. So in this example I am going to display a sample text And after this, I will show you how you will deploy this component on the Lightning page. So for example, I will enter. So with this code, I have defined the UI of the Lightning Web component. So with the Lightning card title, we have entered the header of the Lightning Web component, and with the tag icon name, I have added the custom icon. And to add padding to this Lightning Web component, I have used the SLDS class. And here inside the paragraph, that is p tag, you can see the message that we are going to display in the Lightning Web component. So as we are not using any of the logic, so the JS file will remain as it is. So at last we need to save the changes. So for that you have to click on the save icon. So as you click on the save icon, you will see this window where you have to click on the save button. So now the deployment is completed and we have created this Lightning Web component. So now the deployment of this Lightning Web component is completed. And now we will add this Lightning Web component to the Lightning page. So again, here I am in the developer console, and from here I will navigate to the sales application. And in the sales application, I have a Lightning app page, that is sales app page. And here I'm going to deploy the Lightning Web component that we have created right now using the Lightning Studio Chrome extension. So here click on the settings icon and then select edit page. And here search and select the Lightning Web component that we have created. So we have named it as Lightning Studio LWC. So here it is. So from here I will drag and drop it to the template region. And here you can see in the Lightning Web component, this is the text that we have defined in the paragraph tags inside the paragraph tag. So here I will click on the save button and go back to the Lightning app page. And here you can see this is the Lightning Web component that we have created using the Lightning Studio Chrome extension. So this is how you can create a Lightning Web component without using the Salesforce developer console, though it don't support the Lightning Web component, and also without using any kind of IDE tool like Vscode. So this was an alternative way through which you can easily create the Lightning Web components in Salesforce. And I hope that you have liked this video. Then please do like, share and subscribe us, and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get regular updates of our upcoming videos. And thank you for giving your time and watching this video till last. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.